Oh man, what a loaded day, Pat. I feel like the whole baseball world absolutely caught fire over the weekend.
Literally.
We're here to talk about everything. I mean, you got Stanton activated, Shohei on the bump, Devers traded, sweeps all over the place, offensive struggles, offensive explosions. It's like peak baseball. And now we're in that weird part where it's like no longer just early season.
Mm-hmm.
We are in mid-season, and these games feel like they matter a lot more, and all of the overreactions get a little more warranted. And we've got some pretty clear pictures. So,
Yeah,
good
100%.
day. This is a really good month for baseball, just for the
Yeah.
record. Like this, like if people, because I know a lot of people think the season is way too long. This is the part of the season where when you start paying attention, it is really exciting all the way through.
Yeah. And this is the time of year where like the casual fans also begin to tune in because right now, we got the Stanley Cup playoffs finishing up, NBA finals are finishing up. So pretty soon in like the next week, you're just going to have baseball on. So this is where everyone's going to start to really tune in and hone into their favorite teams. And I mean, shit, we're 6 weeks away from the trade deadline. So like we're starting to get a picture of who's going to be buyers, who's going to be sellers. Like it's going to be fun for the next month and a half. And shit, I mean, Boston kicked things off yesterday, man.
Yeah, Boston kicked things off in a huge way right before Sunday Night Baseball. Do want to talk about that in a sec. I want to open up with this just real quick, and we're going to talk Dodgers a little bit later.
Yeah.
Roki Sasaki.
Dude, every pitcher that comes to LA, their UCL snaps. That's just what it is, man.
Dude, I saw a post on Twitter. It was like, yeah, like people love to rave about Dodgers pitching development, but really, you go there, you throw the forbidden spin ball, and all of a sudden your UCL pops.
Dude, literally, I mean, shit. I feel like we've talked about this a couple times now this year. Every single big free agent signing they've had has gotten injured. They have not had a single pitcher stay healthy in the last 4 years now.
Yeah, they do not keep guys healthy, and it's honestly, it deserves more attention than it gets. But it's like they're the Dodgers; they can do no wrong. But they have like real injury history right now at a big clip. And the Roki kid, like now I see Dodgers fans saying, "Oh, he needed the surgery beforehand." But I'm looking back, like, dang, like that's a kid, that's a rookie. Like this would be like if Paul Skeens never had any kind of shoulder issue or any kind of elbow issue. I mean, the thing is, like, they're not even disclosing what his problem is.
No, that's the thing that's super weird about it. They just, again, I just keep seeing,
They said he's got some shoulder discomfort, and this is where it got suspicious. There is no timetable for him to start throwing again, not just pitching, no throwing timetable. So it sounds to me like they've likely lost Roki Sasaki for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like. And holy shit, you all of a sudden you take a look at this Dodger rotation right now, and I know they're going to get some pieces back, but like, holy fuck, they're looking very pedestrian in a division that is not a complete runaway, which is what people thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season.
Excuse me.
You're
Sorry,
good.
keep going.
No, I was just going to say, like, you're looking at now, it's like their best pitcher now. I mean, obviously, you still have Yamamoto, but like Dustin May is your number 2 currently.
Yeah, Dustin May is your number 2. Obviously,
Tony Gonsolin.
Like obviously, like I feel like this is why they're rushing to get Ohtani back. Because remember, it was floated out there like maybe Ohtani as a closer works, and maybe that was like fan fiction. I was talking to one of my friends about it. It's like they can't afford for Ohtani to be a closer.
No,
they need a starter. And they need a really good one. Right now, with that lineup being so deepest lineup in baseball by a wide margin, they're only 2 games up of San Fran, who basically had a punt game yesterday and almost beat them.
Yeah. I mean, shit, they had to fucking pull their starter 10 minutes before the game started.
Yeah, like that was a punt game. And obviously, like injuries all over the place over there. Like, fucking hell. Like, obviously, I don't know. It was just a mess over there in San Fran right before the game. I mean, they're starting Dom Smith at first.
Yeah. Fucking Daniel Johnson, Cleveland Guardians retread, hit a home run last night. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't realize he was with the ball club.
Yeah, and who played third for them yesterday?
Fuck. Honestly, don't remember.
Did Koss play third for them yesterday?
It must have been. Hold on.
Yeah, Christian Koss played third for them yesterday, dude.
Oh, no. Casey Schmidt.
Oh, Casey Schmidt. Still. Absurd.
Yeah.
Absurd.
Oh, Schmidt came in to pinch hit. Never mind. It was Koss who started.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought I saw Koss over there because I was listening to the Adamas do the good old interview. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's funny because like I am just really hoping for the Dodgers' downfall. But this is again, my Yankees are in the AL. I feel very, very good about my Yankees being in the AL. Like, very good.
Yeah. Oh,
because
100%.
the longer the Dodgers have to, wear their rotation down during the postseason, the better I feel the team that makes it out of the AL has a better shot. Not a great shot, but a better shot.
Yeah. And again, it's baseball and crazier shits happen. Like if the Dodgers rotation is like this, like if it's like this now and it doesn't get better, I have a hard time believing that they're going to be able to beat a team like Philly in the playoffs.
Dude, last year they had three war. Like last year, like I know that like Walker Buehler up and down, but like Walker Buehler is a war daddy in the postseason, dude. Like the spin goes up, the velo goes up. He is a playoff riser. Yeah. He's not there. Obviously, Jack Flaherty, we know what he's capable of. He was a bulldog in the playoffs, and Yamamoto was going to give you 5. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like the Dodgers, I going into the year, I thought the Dodgers were going to run away with this. I feel a lot better about if the Yankees make it to a World Series, about their shot against this Dodgers team.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, shit, you went into this year with a rotation of Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto, Sasaki, and then I guess pick your poison for the 5th starter. But like all of a sudden, all those guys are hurt except for Yamamoto. And it's like, fuck.
Now, it does worry me because they also will go crazy when it comes to the trade deadline. And I think that they could make some splashes because they don't care about prospects at all and are willing to like move prospects like a madman. And so that kind of concerns me naturally. But just, interesting notes on the good old Dodgers. I do want to talk Yankees. Yankees got swept by Boston.
They probably the best sweep that you've ever witnessed.
Oh my God. And it's funny because I was down horrendous too, because I thought Max Fried pitched his ass off. Max Fried obviously did a really, really great job in terms of working in and out of traffic situations. But Boston, I mean, again, I told you after that first series, I came on the show when Boston took 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. I said, I feel like this was an awakening moment for Boston. I feel like Boston could go on a run like Detroit went on.
Yeah.
Remember,
they just called up Roman Anthony too. It's
just called up Roman. You got the young guys, the young bats showing some life. Obviously, Mayer's there. You have Crochet, who was essentially like your Scooble, and then it's in Friends. And I really, really felt like I was like, fuck, like the fact that the Yankees didn't put a dagger through them really, really concerned me. And the way they looked and the way it felt, especially at Yankee Stadium, I'm like, this team is going to go on a Detroit Tigers 2024 run. Everybody better be ready. And then I felt like my theory was coming to fruition because here we go, 3 games. And the entire time I watched all 3 games, I had an awful feeling about the Yankees. And Aaron Judge,
they shut down your entire lineup.
The entire lineup. I believe they said that Aaron Judge was the only person in the last 30 innings for the Yankees to have an RBI.
Yeah. I mean,
disgusting. Absolutely. I mean, the Crochet gem, like, don't get it twisted. Obviously, like, it's hard to strike somebody out 4 times in one game, and Aaron Judge hit the bomb to put that game in extras.
Yeah.
But like this Boston team felt real deal. All the pitching has been really good against the Yankees, and the Yankees going into the year, going into this series, Pat, we're the only lineup in all of baseball where every single hitter's WRC plus was over 100. That means the whole lineup was above league average.
Oh, yeah.
And Boston made quick work of them, and they got over 500. And this was like, I'm sitting back after the sweep after they took care of Max Fried too, who's supposed to be the stopper.
Yeah, but he did his job.
No, he absolutely no. Max Fried can do no wrong. Like, I love Max. Like, you know how I feel about Mad Max. Yeah. I've been a Max Fried. Pat will attest. I've been a Max Fried fan since before.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of him.
In Atlanta.
Yep, a huge fan of Max Fried, champion Max Fried, soon to be Cy Young Max Fried. I love Max Fried. Max Fried was on the bump. We're supposed to win. We didn't win that game. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, this is coming. This division is going to get really interesting. They're real deal. They have momentum. And then in one single trade, they murdered and ripped out the hearts of every single Red Sox fan there was. I mean, the Devers trade, you sent it to me, floored. I thought it was being sent-held. Dog, that is the worst trade I have ever seen from an MLB team.
Oh, 100%. I can't remember the last time. I mean, the closest thing I can compare it to in just recent sports memory is the Luka Doncic trade. And even that, at least the Mavericks were getting back a superstar in Anthony Davis.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, a hurt superstar, an aging superstar, not at the same level as Luka Doncic, but at least that one you could look at and like, all right, I get it. The return that Boston got, a pitcher who was a converted starter. It was a bullpen guy, then starter, now back in the bullpen with an ERA over 6. You've got a young pitching prospect that hasn't panned out, who immediately got demoted to AAA once arriving in Boston, and a couple prospects for a top 5, at worst, top 5 hitter in the sport.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Again, like, and here we go. And this is the thing about the Luka trade, why I just have a tough time with it. This would be like if Dallas extended Luka to the Supermax and then traded him 1 year in. Like, dog, like they have 8.5 more years of Devers control. 8.5 more years. This was not about being a better baseball team. This was about being upset about egos, and they traded Devers. That it's atrocious. And here we go, Jordan. Like, I hear you. Like, the contract is part of the trade. The issue is that's not a bad contract.
It's not. Are you kidding me?
It's not a bad contract.
I mean, we joked about it. We joked about it on the show. Like, fuck, I would have loved Devers in Cleveland on that deal. Cleveland would have never done it. But
the
you
thing
take
is,
him,
the thing is, like,
solving our DH problem.
Like 28-year-olds are getting $500 million contracts.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, oh, like not like, oh, he's a terrible defender. So is Juan Soto. Got $700 million.
Yeah.
You're talking about a premier lefty bat, and one that, again, home run over Max Fried to help power you to a 2-0 win. But the Boston front office hates their fan base, because on top of it, I'm gonna add one more thing to it. I'm gonna add one more thing to Jordan. The fact that Devers got moved in this deal, and the Giants did not have to give up Bryce Eldridge, and this is deep in the weeds. The fact that they did not have to give up Bryce Eldridge and they landed Devers is criminal, is disgusting. So for those who don't know, I'm a big minor league baseball guy. Obviously, like, me and Pat have another channel where we talk a lot of minor league stuff. And one of the videos I did was on Bryce Eldridge, who is a 6'6", two-way guy, big power guy, with good contact ability. And he is the Giants' #1 prospect, and he's a first baseman. What does Boston need? They need a first baseman. I mean, the Tibbs kid's an outfielder. They don't need outfielders.
They don't need any more. They have a plethora of right now.
Yeah, they have too many outfielders right now is the problem. They needed a first baseman. Casas cannot stay healthy. And the fact that Bryce Eldridge today, he is still a member of the San Francisco Giants organization. The Boston front office, disgustingly bad for this. This was not, honestly, this was not about being a better baseball team. This is not about being better for the future. This is about getting a person. It was a personal get out of my franchise.
Yeah. It was all, this falls solely on Craig Breslow, and
yeah. Oh, here we go.
Personal beef that's grown between them.
You're right, Jordan. They passed on Tibbs in the draft. Tibbs was 2 picks after Boston, and the kid loved Boston.
I mean, just insane. The fact that, and not only that, the optics of it, right? It's if the goal was to trade Devers at any point this season, that's fine. Optically, to do it at this time of the year, 6 weeks before the trade deadline, coming off a sweep of your rival, your main op, who you just took 5 of 6 from in the last 2 weeks.
3 home runs in 6 games.
3 home runs. The Yankee killer for years, not just Garrett Cole killer, now the Yankee killer. To do that after this weekend is the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen. And honestly, Cleveland's made some just boneheaded trades in the last few years. Some trades where a lot of the fan base doesn't agree with whether they're selling or not. It doesn't matter. This trade is worse than anything I've ever seen Cleveland do.
I could almost justify it if they had a Bryce Eldridge. I could almost justify it.
And even still,
even then, it's a mess. And here we go. I don't think the Harrison kid's is that good.
No, he's not. He's pitched in the league. This is his 3rd year in the league. He's got a career 4.48 ERA.
And I don't. And are they going to try? They're going to try to convert Hicks to a starter again.
I mean,
they have to. Like, they need pitching.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It just I don't. Optically, it's terrible because the funny thing is that they could have gotten a crazy haul from any other team if they just fielded offers. They didn't field offers. They took the first caller and said, "All right, yeah, there you go. He's yours, San Fran."
They could have got so much more. It's laughable. And did you hear what Posey came out and said today? Posey beat so Posey gave the first quotes before Barslow did.
I was gonna say Breslow doesn't go. I think 8:00 tonight is when they have
8 p.m. today.
Yeah,
Posey already went. You know what Posey said?
What did he say?
He might play first for us. He could play third.
I did see that.
If depending on the injury thing.
Oh man, could you imagine, dude?
Dude, they played. San Fran plays Boston this weekend.
Yeah. Friday, we'll see. Fucking Indians play San Fran tomorrow. I'm not happy about that, but
dude, they are saying that he's going to play first for that matchup against Boston.
That would be so funny. I hope it's true. I hope this isn't just like
that's cinema. And here we go. Like this, I mean, this could bring back because honestly, Devers is on bullshit. Like I like Devers, and I think Devers is a good player. And I will always compliment Devers. I just hate what he does to my goat, Garrett Cole. Devers is great. I think he's been on some bullshit though.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about how you don't want your star player acting like that in the clubhouse, especially when you've got a group, you've got a young trio coming up, top prospects in all baseball. Like you don't want that kind of leader in your clubhouse.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But also the other side of it, it's like two things. If you are going to pay somebody that much money, make sure that their head's in the right place. Obviously, like Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, like guys like that. Even Willie Adames, who was willing to play anywhere for San Fran. He would have played second. He would have played third. It doesn't matter. He would have played wherever you needed him before you give out $100 million worth of contracts. But on the flip side, you paid him, and deep down, you knew he would be on some bullshit, and then you lied to him. I think this whole thing gets avoided, and I think he's willing to do whatever for the team if during the Bregman chase.
Yeah, they should have approached him.
If during the Bregman chase, instead of telling him and telling the whole world that Bregman was going to play second base, if they just would have said, we're looking at third base, maybe second base, and we want to get with Raffy and figure out where he's good at, and maybe, if we get our best defensive grouping out there and it's Bregman third, so be it. Raffy, you need to understand this. If they would have done that instead of saying the entire time, you're going to play second, he's going to play second, and then the first day of spring training, we see Christian Campbell at second base and Bregman at third. I mean, that's where you fuck somebody up. Because there's nothing worse for a professional that you being told everything's going to be one way, and then you walk in and it's totally different.
Yeah, 100%. That's where like, I get that Devers has been on some BS, but at the same time, Boston, be the fuck for real. This is your star player. This is the cornerstone of your lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make sure he's on board. Like,
100%.
you're entering a rebuild where you're going to have a bunch of young prospects coming up, all top prospects in the sport. Don't piss off him.
Exactly. I mean, this would have been like, dog, like if when me and Zach talked about like you being hired.
Yeah.
If Zach would have said, "Oh yeah, just a producer," and then you get here and all of a sudden you're the number two, you're the B mic on the show, and I'm the producer, I'm mad as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad as fuck. I'm not going to be a good teammate to you because what the fuck is this? Like I'm going to one out quickly. And then also, I guess there was a rumor, just a rumor, that he was like kind of like maybe influencing Christian Campbell a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Maybe talking about like they shouldn't jerk you around. Because remember, there was talking about Christian Campbell maybe playing first.
Yeah.
And like that whole workout. And it's like, look what they're doing to you. They don't care about your long-term value. They don't care about your long-term development. And there was just some of that. And I don't know if that's true or not. But I know that is something that is something you don't want in your clubhouse if it happens, that's something you don't want in your clubhouse. Additionally, like you've got a lot of young guys now around. A lot of young guys. So
and what have we talked about? I mean, we literally talked about this last week. The young guys that come up for the Yankees, what do? They put him next to Judge. They let him soak in everything the Judge has to offer. Same thing with Cleveland. The young, all of our young, basically Hispanic players all trail Jose Ramirez. Like, that's what they do. They're encouraged to just soak in everything that our best teams, our best players have to offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to build that. You want to create that culture. It was just a bad deal from the start this year, man.
A bad deal. And it's fucked because, like, if you think about it, like, this is the best version of Crochet we've seen to date.
Oh, yeah.
Crochet, the more that we watch him pitch, we notice that his arm gets gassed in the second half.
Yeah.
But this seems to be the healthiest he's been. And there's no telling with power pitchers how long their prime is going to be before, some injury or some fatigue sets in.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you punt this year of him?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you were just over 500. You're about ready to compete. And now you're punting year one of Crochet. And really, if you're going to rely on the core of Roman Anthony, Mayer, and Campbell, they, to me, look like they're about 2 to 3 years away from being real big league bats.
Yeah. And then this would have been a perfect opportunity this year. I mean, shit, we don't know how this year was going to play out for them. And it's safe to say right now that, all right, they're probably not making the playoffs. But again, if Devers stays, that's not a guarantee that they do make the playoffs. But if they did, what better opportunity to get the 3 of those guys playoff experience their rookie year? I mean, you can basically kiss that goodbye now.
No, dude, they're a half game out of the wild card. And you trade your best player.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Jordan, I want to throw this up here just because you have a great question. If you're Craig, and you got $300 million to spend at the deadline, who would you go out and get? Well, a lot of it, I think, is going to depend on if Bregman opts out or not.
Yeah.
So that's the big one. And then,
but again, he's talking about the trade deadline. I mean, they won't know what Bregman's going to do at that point.
Oh, I was thinking about in the offseason. Oh,
I think
at the deadline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, because I know a lot of, I've been talking to, I'm friends with a handful of Boston fans, guys college friends who went to Rhode Island and shit, and one of my good buddies back home. Their whole thing is like, we need to see an immediate impact from, like as soon as possible before the end of this month. They need to see a return quick. If they're otherwise, this is a punt year. And again,
it's a punt year, bro. The main piece in the deal, you've already optioned to AAA.
See, I don't think he's the main piece in the deal. I'm not high on Harrison.
Who's all right? So who's the main piece in the deal?
I think if what I would see is, I think, all right, shit, we can work with Hicks. We can get him to be, because he started the year pretty decent last year as a starter for them.
Dog is all right. That's fine. If the main part of this deal is Hicks, whose ERA is 6.43 with not great underlying metrics, awesome. You traded a Yankee killer for 2 guys who get killed by the Yankees.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, it's just it's a bad deal, and I think they need to do something quick in order to salvage the fan base. I think the fan base, I mean, everyone's in shambles right now. You need to make a splash this year, I think.
Dog, Jordan Hicks has horrendous underlying metrics, just so you know.
His
fastball velo is 93 miles per hour, and he doesn't get any chases. Or 97 miles per hour, didn't get any chases. His K rate under 20%, his walk rate up near 10%, and his whiff rate only 24%. Dog, you're talking about a 97 velo, middling everything else.
Yeah. They must think that they can save him. I mean, otherwise, unless they view him as a legit late inning guy out of the pen, like he was with St. Louis for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess at the trade thing, I don't think they're going to do anything at the trade deadline. I think they're going to be sellers at the trade deadline because they just planted on their best player who honestly carried their offense, and they're a half game back.
Yeah.
Like their last 10, they're 8-2.
I don't know.
So I think they're going to be sellers. And it's funny now that
who do they sell outside of Duran? Like who else are they trading?
Oh, I mean, I think Duran gets sold for shit, sure.
Yeah, but like that's it, because the rest of this is where I'm not sure
they're just
what
young.
Their plan is, because they're so young. So like you don't. Otherwise, you're just delaying your own rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: they can move Duran for a young arm. They absolutely can.
See, I'm of the belief that they have to be buyers at the deadline. Because it's not about this year. Like you said, you have Crochet now locked in.
I know it's not about this year. Like this year, they're not going to be a playoff team. They're not going to be a wild card team. They're I mean, hold up. Chapman and Duran absolutely need to get traded this year.
Chapman, I mean, I see Chapman for sure. Duran, I don't think they should. Because Duran has what, 3 years left of control?
No, 2. And they already dicked him at arbitration.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Duran will not sign a long-term deal with Boston.
And that's fine. If you have 2 years left, fuck it.
Yeah.
There's no need to sell if you're Boston with this young core that you have.
I mean, I guess this is a good point from Z. If they wanted to sell, why wouldn't they shop Devers? That's honestly the most disgraceful thing about this whole thing.
Yeah. I agree.
Because, like, there's a lot of teams that would have given a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. All they had to do was just take a handful of calls. I mean, shit, you guys, I mean, they would have never done it, but you guys.
No, they wouldn't have, but we would have given a way better deal. We would have given Ben Rice and Will Warren to get Devers. That solves our third base issue. That gives them a young arm and a young first baseman.
Yeah. I think it would have worked out.
Yeah,
I still think that's still lowballing them, but yeah, fuck. If
that is a way better package than what they got.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
Warren is better than Harrison, and Ben Rice is better than Casas, and he's got 5 years of it left on his deal.
Yeah, again, it's still a bad deal for Boston either way. But to get rid of the the cancer, quote unquote, and the just the drama that was unfolding, that's a better return.
But it's like, what if you're the cancer trying to get rid of the cancer? Like, what if you are the cancer? And I guess that's where we're at with all this.
Yeah. I mean, from everything that I've, heard from Boston fans throughout the last 24 hours is they don't blame Devers at all. This is all on Breslow. This is all on the ownership. This is all just it's been a shit show for the last couple of years, starting with the Mookie trade, obviously. But yeah. But
at least the Mookie trade was like an expiring deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one's at least a little bit justifiable. So honestly, dude, I was thinking about it, and I would not blame any Boston fan for saying enough is enough. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't blame any Boston fan for going to be a Dodger fan. I wouldn't blame any Boston fan for rooting for the Giants. Like I would not blame them.
I mean, that's brutal in a 4-year stretch to get rid of your 2 cornerstone pieces.
Yeah. I mean, dog, who's the cornerstone of you guys? Jose Ramirez. If Jose Ramirez got traded, bro,
brother, I'm not even watching baseball. Fuck that,
dude. If Aaron Judge got traded, if Aaron Judge would have signed with San Fran and not New York, bro, we would not have a show right now because I would not watch baseball. I just wouldn't do it. And that's a signing. That's someone leaving.
That's not even a trade.
Yeah, bro. Bad deal. So here, real quick on Duran has one of those weird deals. He avoided ARB this year, got a club option next year, and then ARB 3 and ARB 4 if they come to terms.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. And then he'll be an undrafted free agent at age 32.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Fenway Sports Group. Fenway Sports Group are clowns. Pat is a hockey guy. Ask him what they did to the Penguins.
Oh, I mean, the Penguins have been stuck in. I mean, basically, they should have sold like 2 years ago toward the end of Crosby's, like the really peak of Crosby's career. And they didn't sell and tried to go back in for like one final go around with the team. And now they're one of the worst teams in the NHL right now. So it's like, they're just a mess ownership wise, all the way around.
And isn't LeBron in that ownership group?
Yeah. So LeBron's part of it. I mean, I know they own, Liverpool as well.
Liverpool too.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. It's insane.
Dude, we always do the thing that's like, where were you when? I'll never forget where I was when you sent me that message about Devers. Like, honestly, like, it made things great for me. Like, I told Pat, trade the sweep for getting Devers out of my division.
I mean, I was laughing because my one buddy went on this whole rant about how the Yankees traded Narvaez. They let go of.
They traded Narvaez.
Narvaez. Who else?
Augustin down there with the Marlins.
Mm-hmm. No, but it was guys who had a direct impact in this past series for Boston.
I don't know who else other than Narvaez.
Hold on.
Because Narvaez had the walk-off against us.
Yeah, Narvaez had the walk-off, but it was – hold on, I'll pull up the text because it was fucking had me weak. Oh yeah, Weissert had the lockdown save on Saturday. Yanks gave him up for Alex Verdugo, and then Whitlock was a Yankee too, and he had the save on Sunday. So it was like three guys that just made an impact. But again, it was my buddy just going, Brian Cashman, the gentleman you are, what a fucking guy. Only for 2 hours later, just fucking, I mean, insane. I literally, it was to the point where I was down bad yesterday. Tribe got swept. We didn't score a single fucking run. I was ready to just end it all. Joking, but it literally, I texted my friend group chat. I was like, "Holy fuck, man! The Red Sox being more idiotic than Cleveland right now has actually given me life. I'm no longer the most depressed one in this group right now,
bro. It's just like when that trade happens, it's like you forget about all your team's problems because at least you're not.
Oh yeah, at least I'm not them. Jesus, man. I mean."
Happy Father's Day, bro.
Happy Father's Day to every
Boston
gift, fan.
Like I saw somebody tweeted the "I'm back" picture of Garrett Cole, like he's the Garrett Cole up at IL.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my gosh. So shout out Devers, man. Shout out all that. Your guys' offense been anemic, man. You guys been missing.
Oh yeah. It's been Jose Ramirez for over a month now, playing his, honestly, the best version of Jose Ramirez I've ever seen. I mean, he's on a 39 game on base streak. Over that time, he's hitting almost 400. It's like this is a generational run of Jose Ramirez that we have not seen through his career, and yet nobody else in the offense can get going. Steven Kwan has been dealing with, I guess, a sore wrist. He's been getting attacked up and in the zone and keeps popping shit up. Angel Martinez swings at everything and can't work deep into counts. Honestly, Nolan Jones has been the only other guy in the lineup that's been hitting. Manzardo didn't play for a week, has had a couple extra base hits, but for the most part hasn't done anything. Bo Naylor's struggling at the plate. Schneeman's gone cold now after, again, sitting for a week when we only played lefties.
Which I don't blame Schneeman, bro. It's hard to get guys in rhythm when guys are not hitting every day. You have to hit every day.
No, I 100% agree. What Stephen Vogt did for a week of just sitting Schneeman and Manzardo, I think really set this offense back, because those are two guys that were two of your top 5 hitters in the lineup, if not maybe top 4. And you just sat him on the bench for 6 out of 8 games, causing him to go ice cold, specifically Schneeman. And now all of a sudden your offense is anemic. We're 3-9 in our last 12. We've got guys raking in AAA. Oh, but here's the big whoop, Chris. The guys that we sent down who are struggling in the majors are raking in AAA. So it's like the gap right now from an offensive standpoint between what's happening in Columbus and what's happening in Cleveland has never been greater.
And it's Quad A Guardians, man.
Dude, that's it. Noel's hitting the ball. Rocchio's hitting the ball. You bring Jonathan Rodriguez up. He's been trash. I mean, really, at the end of this West Coast trip, come a week from today, I believe we'll see CJ Kafis and both of him and Chase DeLauder up with the ball club, because those two guys are hitting the cover off the ball, and they're the next two guys that need to, I guess, see if they can make it click at the major league level, because no one else has been able to.
I think Kafis is very ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Pat, I don't like to say this, but I don't think there's any holes in Kafis' swing, and I don't know why.
It looks to be that way. I mean, he's hitting the last 2 years in the minors. You'd be hard to find a better overall hitter over the last 2 years in the minor leagues. What he's been able to do in AA and AAA has been fucking insane.
Dude, he's hitting 320 right now in AAA with a 585 slugging and an OPS of 974. Dog, he's got no holes in his swing. He'll take something the other way. If you throw him off spin on the outer half, he can pull it for power. It's like spraying line drives. It's got a little bit of a flatter swing.
Yeah.
There's no holes in his swing, dude. Like I like the Lauder, and we went through the Lauders versus Roman Anthony's metrics and how kind of close they are in terms of AAA ball. Yeah. Obviously, Roman Anthony's were better, and he's a little bit younger. And I think the pitch that could give DeLauder some issues of that is that outer third, low and high outer third.
Yeah.
There's no holes in Kafis' swing. And he's positionally versatile. And he could very well be the first baseman in the future or be the right fielder of the future. I don't know.
I mean, to me, you got to see, you got to work him at first base. I think, well, the problem is
You got too many first basemen. Like
we've got too many right now, and in part because David Fry occupies that DH spot because he can't play the field for another year. And honestly, and this might be a hot take, I think David Fry needs to go back down to AAA.
Bro, he's hitting. Let's do the David Fry tracker because I believe he's hitting 168.
Dude, it's been gross. He had one home run, I think, first 3 or 4 games he came back.
Yeah, this is your David Fry tracker. He is hitting 136. He's got 22 at bats and 3 hits. They brought him up way too early, bro.
They brought him up too early. Honestly, he had a Linsanity run last year. I don't think he's built for long-term success. He's already 29 years old. I'm sorry. I don't need a 29-year-old that had a crazy May last year. Now, granted, he had his playoff moments too, no doubt, and was really good against left-handed pitching. I get that. I do not need a 29-year-old who's struggling to hit the ball right now, who can't play the field, hindering the development of our top prospects.
I agree. I think the one thing that happens in Cleveland is that if someone has a moment, it buys them years. And I think that's a big issue. In New York, it's not like that.
And the problem is, and here's the thing, I think Fry brings tremendous value when he's healthy and can play the field because he can catch. He's our Ben Rice. He can catch. He can play the outfield. He can play first base.
Yeah.
I mean, he can play all over.
He's just not good. He's just not good enough of a hitter to be a roadblock at DH for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now it's either him or it's Carlos Santana. Now, I'm also of the belief that regardless of where we sit in a month, Carlos Santana needs to be traded.
You think so?
His value will never be higher. I mean, again, he's not going to have much value to begin with because he's 39 years old. But it's like you're talking about a guy who's putting together one of the hottest streaks of his career.
Yeah.
If he doesn't completely fall off in the next month, his value won't be any higher than what you can trade him for then.
The thing is, if Boston were buyers, he would make so much sense to Boston.
Absolutely.
Like, does he make it like 1 year deal, not very expensive, $12.5 million, and obviously you guys have Casas who will be around next year or the year after. He just made so much sense for Boston.
Yeah. I don't know. I get there's also the notion that like, all right, well, you need, a kind of veteran leader in the locker room. And I do get that to some degree because we got a really young team and really aside from Josie, it's Josie and Carlos. That's it in terms of the veterans on this roster. So I do get that point of it too, but fuck, man. Kafis and DeLauder need to be up there.
Hedges is there. David Fry's damn near 30.
Yeah, but those guys don't have major league. Hedges does. You're right. No,
Hedges is supposed
for
to be
sure.
The guy, dude.
No, Fry's only been, shit, parts of the last 3 years with us.
Dude, you guys were like an ALCS team last year. It doesn't look like that.
No, doesn't at all.
Doesn't look like that. And then also, I guess games back wise, you're a full game out of the wild card, and then 9.5 games out of the division.
Yeah,
dude, Detroit, man, they're running away and hiding with it. I warned you. The thing is, like, I don't know when the slowdown's coming, dude. Because here's the shitty part. The slowdown is right now. Their last 10, they're 5-5.
Yeah.
The other part of that is the 3 teams chasing them. Their last 10, 2-8, 2-8, 2-8.
Yeah.
Like that's the issue. Like in my division in the American League East, our last 10 is 5-5.
Yeah.
And the gap got shortened because Tampa Bay's last 10, or our last 10 was 5-5. Tampa Bay's last 10, 7-3.
Yeah. And fucking Toronto's within striking distance of you guys too now.
Toronto 6-4. So like there's some distance there.
100%. I'm still of the belief that some of these hitters on Detroit are going to come back down to earth.
Well, Javi Baez has been really bad.
He's still, hitting 280 on the year with a 757 OPS. That's going to continue to go down, I think. I don't see Gleyber Torres hovering around the 800 OPS mark for much longer.
I'm hip to what Gleyber does.
Yeah, I know.
Get ready for the Gleyber show.
Yeah. I don't know. I do believe that Detroit is not going to run away with this division. I'm going to stand by it because I fucking made that take early in the season, and I got no choice but to stand by it. Now, the take that I'm ready to give up on is Kansas City, I think, is dead.
I don't think you guys can get hot enough to catch Detroit. I think you guys can get hot enough to secure a wild card spot, but 10 games back feels like a pretty steep climb up.
Yeah, but shit, you guys were 10 games up, a week ago? Or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, we just had our worst stretch of the season.
Yeah, and I'm saying
Yeah, and the person that caused the worst stretch of the season is no longer in my division, bro. We're about to have new life, dude.
100%. I'm not saying this is shade
Yeah,
towards
no,
you guys. I'm just saying
more.
it
Yeah,
can happen.
I'm being defensive, Pat.
Yeah, no, I know. I didn't. That was not an attack on the Yankees. I'm saying more so. We haven't seen Detroit go as cold as you guys have in the last
that's fair.
Couple of weeks. So that was my whole point. But
I mean, they're as cold as us right now, though. Last 10, 5-5.
Yeah, but what? I guess.
Yeah, you guys just were 2-8 in that time.
Well, yeah.
Just real quick, while we're here, Milwaukee Brewers are going to be a playoff team.
What about them?
Just so you know. Do you think the Phillies will catch the Mets?
I'm a huge believer in the Phillies.
Dude, they should scare the fuck out of everybody, bro.
Well, because also one of the biggest things I believe in their pitching over the Mets right now. The Mets pitching staff is pitched out of their mind all year.
They're going to come back to earth.
They're going to come back down to earth. The thing that I'm not so sure about is like, the biggest thing for Philly is, can Aaron Nola, when he gets back into the rotation, can he be effective? Because he was so bad at the start of the year before going on the IL. But I mean, yeah, the Phillies being only 2.5 back right now, to me, they're still the favorite in that division.
Clay Holmes' regression is incoming. His expected ERA is about 4. His in-game ERA right now is 2.87. He's getting hard hit 44% of the time and getting really, really lucky. His XBA is up near 250. Like, we're going to see a regression from him here pretty soon, which I cannot wait for.
Yeah.
Because I hate Clay Holmes. And all my homies hate Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Clay Holmes regression.
I think it's coming.
Yeah, it is. They got swept over the weekend, too. I know it didn't really make news, but they got swept over the weekend.
Yeah.
Just saying. Shohei, I think he's an opener tonight, right?
Yeah. What are they saying? 1 to 2 innings max?
Yep, 1 to 2 innings max. What are you looking for from him? And do you think it's a good idea to have him as the opener against the Padres? That's like straight into the fire.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, if they feel he's ready, it doesn't matter who he's going up against. I mean, if he's ready, like, the Padres are in trouble because we've seen what Shohei does.
Yeah, I mean, but Dylan Cease has got it dialed in lately, man. Him versus Dylan Cease.
It's going to be a good matchup. I'm super excited for that tonight.
I hope that the Padres go crazy on them.
I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
Shohei, I mean, here we go. We haven't seen it in some time now. Shohei's stuff was elite, dude.
Stop glazing, bro.
I'm not glazing. He was one of, I think the stat was one of 3 players. So he was top 3 in MLB history in batting average with runners in scoring position. And he was also top 3 in MLB history in opponent batting average with runners in scoring position as a pitcher. Like, we forget how dynamic he was. I'm super excited to watch him today, and I want to see. Now, listen, I'm not just glazing. I love watching good pitching. I want to see him have command early on. That's what I'm going to be looking for, because what have we seen? Dodgers pitchers have struggled with command so far this year, all of them. And
I am most interested because I think he could struggle a little bit. I just want to see where the velo's at.
Yeah.
That's my big thing, because, boy, you haven't pitched in a long time, and you've been, like, quote-unquote, ramping it up for the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know where the velo is.
See, but at first start of the year, I'm not expecting the ball to be jumping out like crazy. For me, it's pitch location, like especially with off speed stuff. Like, if he has good command of his off speed, that's the biggest thing I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to see where it is, because in 2023, the fastball velo was 96.5.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see at least be at 94.
Yeah.
All this time off, I want to see where that is. Because here we go. If you're a little bit lower than that against Tatis and them, you could end up getting tattooed if the control's not there.
Yeah.
Also, bro, like, he throws a splitter, dude.
I know how you feel about those.
Starting pitchers that throw splitters are fucking corny, bro.
Hey.
Because what, 2020 was last year pitching, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's been so long.
He had that super Tommy John, but I got nothing else left for. Wait, who do you guys have next?
So we're out west, dude. we just finished up 3 in Seattle. We've got 3 against the Giants starting tomorrow, and then 3 against the A's to finish out this 9-game road trip. But you guys are also playing the West Coast, but just on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, we're not playing. So, fun fact, we have no more West Coast trips.
Okay, nice. Yeah, this is our second one and last one of the year. So
okay, yeah, because I think we were the first team to be done with West Coast trips.
Okay,
we got ours out of the way really early because the scheduling gods know it's important to have us on TV at 7:00 because we are big ratings, we're big numbers, we're big dollars.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't even know if I told you, but I was normally I'm good about just staying up. On Saturday, I crashed in the 8th inning of the Tribe game and woke up as the wild pitch is happening when Clase's blowing the save. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I'm sitting here like fading, being like, all right, I'm trying to stay awake, but it was just not happening. And fucking waking up to that, dude, I couldn't sleep for another hour.
Oh, dude, that would have had me destroyed.
Off too.
Before that, the Tribe were 122-0 and leading in the 8th inning or later.
Yeah, dude. Codify put out the tweet earlier that day.
That day. That day and did it.
So fucking pissed, dude. But
you must have missed the segment, Craig, the Michigan Medal. We think Craig's doing a fucking great job. I'm so happy.
You do. I don't.
Great general manager. Doing a great job with the team. Hey, look, I'm Chris. That's Pat. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. We'll be back Thursday, right?
Whatever day. We don't know. Who knows?
We'll see you guys. Chris and Pat, strike 3. We're out.
You're out. Get him out of here.